welcome in Brent Rooker here on MLB Now with the background. The year you're having, you could leap tall buildings in a single bound. Feels right. What I want to ask you about, OPS by batting order slot. The top three guys are names that everybody on the planet knows. There they are. At number 4 is you. How does it feel to be in that company?
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I mean, even the rest of that list is just full of guys who are really good players, but specifically the top three, anytime I can do anything as well as Aaron or Shohei or Juan, obviously, that's pretty cool. And a testament to a lot of hard work, and just I'm kind of looking to continue that as long as I can.
You know, Brent, it's Ron Darling here. The catch-22 for all good hitters as they get better and better is they see less and less strikes. But you become more aggressive when you identify those strikes. How do you do that?
I missed that stat. I was going to learn to say that myself there. There it is. Okay, so I'm swinging more pitches in the zone than I was last year. That's great news. I didn't know that. Thank you guys for telling me. But obviously, that's I've refined my approach a little bit to just kind of look in specific areas, specific zones where I know I'm going to do damage, and I'm able to put more swings on those pitches. And I've done a good job not missing them, so I think that's kind of where the productions come from.
All right, interesting. So we surprised you with those numbers. You're seeing the 9th fewest strikes of any hitter in Major League Baseball, too. But how about this? Your numbers against breaking balls this year, the slugging numbers against breaking balls, extraordinary compared to last year. A big difference for you. And the slugging numbers, 643 slugging on breaking pitches compared to 281 last year. What was the adjustment that you made?
I think the adjustment was just, I feel like I've always been pretty good at hitting spin, hitting breaking balls in the zone. I just chased a lot last year. So what I've done this year to be better at it is I've just kind of moved my window where I'm looking for it. And I'm swinging at better ones to hit, right? So breaking balls are tough to slug on when they're located well or when they're out of the zone. But when they float or they pop or they hang a little bit, they're the ones that kind of go the furthest. So I've just done a good job of picking the better ones to swing at. Knowing the zone I'm looking for them in, and like I said, when I'm getting them there, making sure I'm being aggressive to them and trying not to miss them.
You're a pro at answering questions about yourself. How about Lawrence Butler? How impressed have you been with him?
It's been awesome to watch. Law's a guy who was with us a pretty good bit last year. Obviously didn't have the success that he wanted to, but for everyone watching him, the physical tools were obviously there, the intangibles were there, the baseball instincts and just the natural ability was very evident. So to watch him kind of go out there and put it together this year has been awesome. And I think he is so willing to listen and to learn and to try to soak up information. I think he's only getting better, and it's going to be a lot of fun to watch.
Brent, another one of your teammates, sometimes you watch pitchers and it looks like Little League days when that kid was too big and makes hitters look bad. Mason Miller this year at times has made hitters look bad.
Yeah, every time he goes out there, he just looks kind of bored. It looks like it's just not really hard. Makes the rest of us jealous because we're out there just trying our hardest, trying to survive, and Mason's just kind of out there just doing what he does, making everybody look bad. But that's another guy that's been a ton of fun to watch. Our goal every game, especially as an offense, is just find a way to get the ball in Mason's hand, because we know when that happens, there's a pretty good chance we're going to come out on top.
Now you guys are in town, get ready to take on the New York Mets. Paul Blackburn, your former teammate, on the mound tonight. So what's the scouting report? I mean, do you have any sense as to what he's going to do to try to attack you?
I mean, I think the reason Paul is good, or one of the many reasons Paul is good, is because he's really tough to game plan for, because he throws 5 or 6 pitches. He throws them all effectively. He throws them all where he wants to. He mixes up sequences really well to have his pitches play off each other. So I think that's kind of that's his thing, is just the ability to mix it up and kind of keep you off balance. So it's going to be a tough. I mean, he's tough at bat. Obviously, he's had a ton of success, and it's always fun to face teammates and or former teammates and face friends. So it's going to be a fun challenge.
It's fun to follow you on social media. Plenty of personality. We're going to go rapid fire with these. What were you thinking when you wrote? And get ready. First, your response to stats you like. You said barrel percentage, hard hit percentage, chase percentage. This is the show for you to be on. Please expound.
Yeah, I mean, just kind of what the second half of that tweet says. If I'm doing those things well, I know that I'm controlling, or I'm doing well in the things in the areas that I can control. I'm swinging at the right pitches and I'm making hard contact. And after that, once the ball leaves my bat, it becomes out of my control where it goes or who makes what play or whatever it is. So if I'm succeeding and excelling in those stats that I listed, it means that the things I can control and the things that are part of my process are going well. And that's all I'm worried about.
How about the economy of expression? Jordan is your favorite hitter's favorite hitter. Brilliant.
Good hitters me, so maybe like one or two of you. The second part, that's pretty fun.
It is indeed.
No, Jordan's my favorite hitter in the league. He's so much fun to watch. His ability to just kind of look like he is on time and ready to do damage on every single pitch is what we are aspiring for as offensive players. So that tweet still rings true. He's my favorite guy to watch, and being in division, I get to watch him a lot, which is pretty cool.
So this next one is in response to someone asking you how to hit a home run. This is amazing sarcasm to the highest degree. Please talk us through how you decided on this one.
Yeah, I just close my eyes and swing as hard as I can, and sometimes it works. You're saying it's sarcasm. I was being serious.
We watch a bunch of tape of you. It doesn't look like it.
I'm just up there swinging, and it happens to run into my bat sometimes. That's a fun one. I mean, it's not to that extreme, but there are definitely times and counts and situations where you just kind of decide it's time to roll the dice, take a chance. I'm going to swing hard to a spot, and if it's there, I'm going to get it. And that happens sometimes. And those are some of the far ones and some of the fun ones too.
You wear the same number as Mark McGwire, and you went deep on admiring his look, his whole presentation. This one's awesome. Anyone know where I can find approximately 30-year-old baseball cleats in the internet? Please talk about why Mark McGwire struck you the way he did.
That's a great look. I mean, the green and gold, the all-white uniform with the green and gold lettering is one of the best uniforms in baseball. I think it's just a clean look. And then the baseball fashion is very cyclical. So obviously it's kind of come back to where the tighter pants are in, whereas maybe 10 years ago it was all about the big baggy sweatpants look. So that look from Mark there with the really tight pants and the high top cleats and the little mock turtleneck is just a really solid classic vintage baseball look that I'm into.
You know, I have to tell you, I was a teammate of Mark McGwire's, and he used to do superhuman things all the time. The one game I'll always remember that no one ever talks about it because of the great numbers that he put up. He had a game in Boston against Zane Smith, and he hit 3 home runs off Zane.
Wow.
His first 3 times up, all of them on Lansdowne Street. This is when he started to become the bear that he would become.
Yeah, I think he has the, like, whatever home runs per at bat, like he holds that record by like a pretty wide margin, I think, right? Yeah. In terms of once he had or how long he played. So, I mean, the prodigious power is obviously very evident, what people know, but the hitting ability there too was something crazy, which allowed him to barrel as many balls as he did.
Joe Garagiola, 88 World Series, was talking about Canseco and McGwire, and he said, people make a big deal of how they look. They work out. Great line. How about this line? You want your daughter to golf, and you mean not just as a pastime, but to get really good at it. You're talking about Tiger Woods, his son Charlie, 2045. Way to be forward-thinking. This is impressive.
Yeah, we got. I mean, I'm going to push golf. One, because I like golf, and then 2, I think it's something that, like, if something she likes and she excels at, it's something I can be a part of, right? Because it's something we can do together, spend time together. It can be a cool thing to do like that. But I got her during spring training. I got her first little set of plastic clubs, and she seems to like it a little bit. So I'm gonna keep pushing it and then seeing where we can go with that for sure.
We love your attitude, your personality. We wish you continued success.
Thanks, guys. I appreciate it.